Right now, there's a major focus on improving Social Security, whether that's through new legislative proposals, improving existing bills, or streamlining the Social Security Administration, SSA, to deliver better service. Today, we're diving into what the SSA is currently doing, the changes some lawmakers are pushing for, and how those changes could potentially increase benefits for Social Security recipients. Before we get started, all I ask is one quick favor: if you appreciate these daily updates, hit the like button. It only takes a second. Now, let's jump in. Why people are frustrated with Social Security. It's easy to see why so many are frustrated with the current state of Social Security. While other programs receive regular updates and reforms, Social Security has remained relatively unchanged for decades. That's why the pressure for reform is growing. Let's look at a recent report from the Washington Post discussing how recent reform attempts, particularly those led by the Department of Government Efficiency, nicknamed DOGE, are backfiring. DOGE's efforts and the fallout. According to the article, the Department of Government Efficiency arrived at SSA with the goal of cutting staff and eliminating fraud and waste. But many of those changes have now been rolled back or reversed due to poor outcomes and unintended consequences, especially declining customer service. Meanwhile, Social Security is experiencing a surge in demand, with over 276,000 more retirement applications in the first 10 months of this fiscal year compared to normal. That's a massive increase. Yet at the same time, the SSA is laying off staff and pushing for online-only service, which doesn't work for everyone, especially seniors who may not have easy internet access. Pushback and data access challenges. DOGE's goal was to cut costs and boost efficiency, but to root out fraud, the agency needed full access to citizens' personal data, which raised privacy concerns and resistance. Without access to that data, it's nearly impossible to root out fraud effectively. And with layoffs and fewer resources, fixing these problems in-house is proving difficult. To make matters worse, the White House has asked the Supreme Court to approve widespread federal layoffs, which could further weaken the SSA's ability to serve the public. What lawmakers are proposing. Not all news is bad. Lawmakers like Representative John Larson are still pushing for improvements. He's backing the Social Security 2100 Act, which includes proposals like a 2% across-the-board increase in Social Security benefits, updating the cost of living formula from CPI-W to CPI-E, which better reflects seniors' expenses, eliminating the 5-month waiting period for disability benefits, a 5% boost in benefits for individuals who've received Social Security for 15 years or more. These are important proposals, and while not new, they're gaining more attention. Trump's proposal. Senior tax relief. On the other side, the Trump administration is proposing a $4,000 increase in the standard deduction for individuals 65 and older. There's also debate between eliminating taxes on Social Security benefits versus the $4,000 senior bonus. No tax on benefits would mostly help higher-income seniors. The senior bonus targets middle and lower-income retirees, so each option has different effects depending on a person's income level. How would it be funded? Here's the big question. How do we pay for all this? The Social Security 2100 Act proposes applying FICA taxes to income above $400,000, adding a 12.4% net investment income tax on high earners, closing tax loopholes that allow investment income to avoid payroll taxes. But let's be real, Republicans have pushed back on these ideas, especially since they want that revenue to reduce the national debt, not expand benefits. Similarly, another bill proposes a $2,400 per year increase in Social Security benefits, but again, funding comes from taxing incomes over $250,000 and raising investment income taxes. And once again, whether this passes depends on bipartisan agreement, which we haven't seen yet. What's next? So where does this leave us? Everyone agrees Social Security needs to be improved. Benefits should rise, the cost of living adjustment formula should be more accurate, the SSA needs more staff and better tools, but until Congress agrees on how to pay for it, progress will remain slow. That said, some positive changes are underway. Reports say some laid-off SSA employees are being called back. Offices that were closing may remain open. Overtime hours are being approved to help speed up claims processing and reduce wait times. The SSA is actively working to recover from recent setbacks and improve customer service. It may take time, but improvements are coming. Final thoughts. Everyone's focused on how to strengthen Social Security. Once funding issues are resolved, we'll likely see real movement on benefit increases and administrative reform. We'll keep monitoring every development, so make sure to subscribe and stay updated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.